Okay guys, here it is slowly without the wah engaged, okay? Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the tutorial. I'm just going to show you how to play this phrase. I'm going to do 2 other videos on how to play the whole solo. I'm going to break the solo down into 3 sections, okay? This is going to be considered section 2. Everything that comes before it will be section 1 and everything after it will be section 3, okay? I'm doing it in this order for the simple reason is most people I teach this to tend to find this phrase that I've just played on the performance to be the first big challenge that they come across in this solo, because it's very technically demanding compared to some of the other sections. They all have their challenges, but this one is the one that tends to cause people the most trouble in this solo. So I thought I'm going to start with this section first because I think it may require more work and more practice for you guys. I hope that makes sense, but I will be doing the rest of the solo in 2 other videos, but just thought get this one started first just so we can get ahead of ourselves. Other thing is I'm in E flat tuning, okay, which means we call it E flat. Every single one of the strings is down 1 semitone, okay, so it'd be E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and another E flat. Okay, so the original recording, if you wanted to play along to the Guns N' Roses track, you need to be in this tuning to play along to it. There are other backing tracks out there in standard tuning, but I'm going to do it this way because that's the way Slash did it. So here we go. Okay, let's get on with it. So we start off here on the G string on the 9th fret. I'm going to play our E note, and we're going to play that twice. I'm going to break this phrase down into very small pieces. And then what I suggest you do is learn each piece individually and then put it together at the end like a kind of jigsaw puzzle and then play it. So here's our first little phrase. Okay, so I'm playing here the E. We hit this twice. Then I'm going to grab the B string on fret 7 and I'm going to hammer and pull off. Back up to our G, our first note, our E note, on the G string, and then back down to the B, fret 7. So slowly. And again, see if you can join in. 3, 4. Okay, now this next part, or phrase 2, I'm going to call this, is we're going to I use my little finger to slide from fret 10 on the B to fret 12. If you wanted to use your 3rd, that's up to you, and at least that as a personal preference. I use my little finger because I find it easier for what's about to come next. I'll leave it up to you. Slide up to 10 to 12. Then my finger 1 is going to grab the high E here on fret 8. Back up to 12 on the B. So far from the slide we've got this. Drop down, 3rd finger high E, fret 11, back up to the 12 on the B, and then we go to 8 on the high E, and then we go 11, 12. So from the slide, slowly. Okay, so if we put those 2 first phrases together, we should have this slowly. I'm just pointing out from a theory point of view, we're in the E harmonic minor here. Okay, don't hear that much of that, but I like the solo because he does use the scale and he uses it very tastefully, I think. Anyway, moving on. Now, we're going to, after we hit that final note in phrase 2, we're going to slide it up to 14. Then we're going to play on the high E, 11, 12, 14, slide up to 15. Okay, so from the previous phrase. Okay, so that's phrase 3. Phrase 4, 12, 14, 15, all on the high E. back to 14, 12, B 15, and we're playing here high E on the F sharp here, back up to B. So far from the slide, so we'll go from here. Let's see, well, let's take it from here. Okay, finished here, then we're going to do a hammer on and pull off 12 to 14 on the high E, B on 15, high E, hit, bend, release to 12 on the B, and then our final bend will be just bend the 15 up a tone. That's some quite heavy vibrato one there. So that last phrase, that last. Also, I'm playing this without the wah. There is a wah. The other thing to point out as well, when he's playing this part, the previous section he's gone from the neck pickup. When this, just as this lick is about to be played, you need to flip to your bridge, and you also need to engage your wah, which I have here. So just before, and I'll speak about this when I do section 1, he cuts off a little bit early when he plays it live because this lick was actually recorded as an overdub. So in that space, to give yourself that time, he cuts the last bend off. That's when it comes in an overdub. At that point is where you would switch, before that, where that bend was played, to bridge and engage your wah in preparation for playing this. So what you can also do if you're new to the wah is, when you start to get this down with your timing and everything, and it's in the groove, it's sounding right, don't forget to have a play about with the wah, because it is fun and it's what's in the song. So what I do is, if I'm doing it slowly, just have a bit of fun with the wah as well. Why not? Okay, I'm going to do the next two sections in a couple of the videos, next section 1 and section 3. And I will also take a look at the 2 other solos and the outro solo as well. See you soon.